It was this challenge to make a film about childhood and parenthood over 12 years. You know, just thought that would be interesting to see everyone mature in age.
It was definitely a huge part of my life that, you know, the project and being around these people kind of, you know, defined me in a lot of ways. But, you know, I had plenty of time to chase girls and get high. I mean, it was 2 weeks out of the year. It was never intrusive, you know, it was just kind of like a summer camp or something that I got to go just hang out with these people and work on something.
Let me go. Hey, stop, put the barrier up.
Because of the long-term nature of the project, Rick really did a good job of kind of keeping the end product and like the goal of it actually being released and people seeing it. That was always kind of removed from my experience. So it was almost just surprising to have it come out. It was just like, oh, this is actually like a movie now. It's not just this kind of like homebrewed art project that we're all making together. So I didn't have many expectations. You know, I kind of went into it almost blind, really, and was floored, you know. I mean, I think it's a beautiful film.
This felt almost like not a film. It felt like a novel, or, you know, because if you write a novel, you can jump in time. Film, you're stuck with the actor's physicality in any moment. So by shooting over all these years, we sort of transcend that limitation, and that was the problem-solved element of wanting to shoot over that time. It's an impractical idea. It requires a lot of patience and I guess belief and a little bit of luck. Even though I depicted children in movies, there was something about the essence of childhood I was trying to capture. But there's also the essence of parenting, and there's a lot of life in there. In the coming-of-age genre, wherever we find ourselves, I thought there was some possibilities there that I hadn't necessarily seen, you know, in film.
You look in the mirror, you look at pictures, but you're in the thick of it. You don't really see yourself from that outside perspective, and it's really tender to kind of see myself from the outside and see how I've changed and how I haven't changed, you know. Both are kind of surprising.
I was thinking about my own childhood and like, what was that? You know, we all have to deal with that. You know, we all have everyone had a childhood. But I wanted to express something in cinema about that. So naturally, you have to reflect on it. But you know, you end up having mixed feelings, but it's the only one you have.
We have a new student joining us today.
Hey, dude. Welcome to the suck.
There is, you know, a lot of me that's expressed, and but it's also very much it's a character that we made.
It's not a documentary. It is a construct. You know, every year there's a script, and you shoot it like a regular film. So it's fiction. But I think the cumulative effect of these years going by creates an intimacy, I hope, you know, with the viewer that makes it feel, and you know, there's a certain bond there, I hope, that you sort of trust what you're seeing is real, even though it's not. I mean, it's all fake. It's a fiction, but it's coming from a real place. There's hardly anything in the movie that isn't tethered to someone's actual experience.
Haven't you been drinking?
A little bit.
Oh.
When you think back on your life, or I do anyway, those big moments that are supposedly these seminal moments in your life, sometimes you feel like you're an extra in the bigger production of whatever that is. So I was always going for those moments that felt like they were your own in some way.
The very ending is you know, that's really the most meaningful part to me, I think. Just because, you know, I think that moment that's being expressed on screen is very much what I was feeling shooting it. And I think a lot of us, you know, it was a very heartfelt kind of moment out there in the desert, you know, wrapping up this project that we had all kind of come to love, really. And so that's really impactful. But, you know, there's a lot of it. It's all just very bizarre and, you know, beautiful to watch.